You know, it's almost time.
For what?
For Luke Adme's verdict. It was a pretty simple trial after all. If we're going to stop this trial and stall that one, we need to do it now. Of course. That's assuming you have proof that the detective was the one who committed the murder.
Mr. Luke Adme's trial has indeed attracted the attention of the entire country. If we were to intrude and fail to provide adequate proof of his true crime, Mr. Delight would be left with no grounds for appeal.
Am I really sure about this? Ha, a bet's only good when your life's the ante.
Mr. Wright, I believe in you.
Mr. Delight.
So, please. I'm begging you.
Ich würde sagen, ja, wegen der Sache mit der Speckled Urn. Wenn, ich nehme mal an, was vorhin gemeint war damit, dass sie danach die ganze Zeit unter Verschluss gehalten war. Damit war halt nur gemeint, dass sie danach der Öffentlichkeit nicht zugänglich gemacht wurde, aber dass der Ace Detective durfte wahrscheinlich trotzdem drauf gucken. Und das würde bedeuten, dass es nach diesem Unfall mit der Farbe nur 2 Personen gab, die wussten, dass da Farbe drauf war. Nämlich Adrian und eben Mr. Luke Adme. Nur dass Luke Adme nicht wusste, dass vorher noch keine Farbe drauf war. Wenn hier also was drin steht von Take good care of the speckled urn, muss es doch Luke Adme gewesen sein. Der. Aber gut, Moment, das beweist ja jetzt wieder nur, dass er Mars de Masco war. Haben wir. Scheiße, wir müssen ja beweisen, dass er den Mord begangen hat. Fick dich doch. Ein blödes Spiel. Das kam ich mir gerade so clever vor und dann ging es ja eigentlich eher hier rum, ne? Haben wir irgendwas, was das auch beweist? Ich meine, ich finde das trotzdem ganz clever. Mal so nebenbei. Ich bin mir auch ziemlich sicher, dass das noch irgendwie dann kommt. Ich das irgendwie miteinander verbinden muss. Aber... Ich meine, ich würde jetzt einfach mal trotzdem sagen, dass wir das haben, weil wir sonst ja gearscht wären. Es wäre nur schön, wenn ich schon im Voraus wüsste, worauf ich meine ganze Anklage dann aufbauen möchte. Aber ich schätze, wir müssen einfach mal wieder bluffen. Thanks, but my decision will determine the rest of your life. Can I really risk your life like this?
Phoenix.
Oh? What was that?
Don't stray, Phoenix. For your client, take the path of trust.
Ist sie wieder da?
That voice. It sounds like... Mia.
Your Honor, the defense requests an immediate recess. Ha, so that's your answer, huh?
Very well, I've decided as well. This court will now take a 20-minute recess. Mr. Wright, when we return, please summon Mr. Luke Adme to the stand.
Yes, Your Honor. October 14, 11:58. Courtroom number 5. Ja, wieder.
Well, sir, didn't have to vet me.
I have to say, Mr. Payne, you performed splendidly.
Oh no, sir, Detective Adme. You were the one who...
Oh Gott, wie sieht der denn aus?
That's enough. This court sees no reason to further prolong this trial. This court finds the defendant Luke Adme.
Wait! Don't hand down your verdict yet, please.
Well, Sir Lawyer, welcome to my courtroom.
Who's this hoser, eh?
My name is Phoenix Wright, attorney at law, and I wish to file an accusation against this man, Luke Adme.
Accusation? You accuse Mars de Masco?
That man is not Mars de Masco. He's just a ruthless murderer.
What?
Oh ja, fang euch schon mal an zu schwitzen. To be continued. Na, jetzt bin ich ja mal gespannt. Oh, ich habe da unten gespeichert. Ich wollte eigentlich da oben speichern. 15 Minuten haben wir noch. 12:14 Uhr, District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 4.
My sis? I could have sworn I heard Mia's voice. So then, she's still alive, inside your heart. Nicky boy.
Oh, Mr. Light.
Is it true the detective is the real killer?
To be honest, we don't have any definite proof. But he's the only one who could have done it.
But wasn't he at Lawley Taylor that night? Not to mention, we don't exactly know his motive. I mean, why would Detective aRdW want to kill Kane Bullard?
Oops, it's almost time. Better get back to the courtroom. I need to find some solid proof. And it's gotta happen sooner rather than later. October 14, 12:21, District Court, courtroom number 6.
Now that this court is back in session, Mr. Look at me, please take the stand.
Well, how do you do, Sir Lawyer? I never would have thought to see you acting so recklessly.
I couldn't let them hand down your verdict just yet. Not when I would have given you your perfect alibi. An alibi by the name of Master Masque.
I'm sorry, I'm afraid even the great Look at me has no idea what you mean. Of course, I have been in the next courtroom ever since 10 o'clock this morning. I'm afraid there's no way you could know what's been going on in here.
You've been in the defendant's seat all day long, correct? Being tried as Master Masque.
Indeed, it's truly child's play to fool the ignorant masses. Not only did the poor fools ask me to protect their valuables, they even gave me a generous reward upon returning their own property to them. Take this red diamond ring that sparkles upon my divine finger, for example.
So you continue to insist that you are in fact Master Masque?
Of course.
Very well then, Look at me. Let us begin with a simple question. On October 12th at 1 a.m., Kane Bullard was murdered. Where were you at that time?
One without knowledge lacks even the knowledge that he should be ashamed of himself. But don't worry, I will not hold it against you, Sir Judge.
Thanks.
All right, Mr. aRdW, the night of the murder, speak. We're all ears.
As you wish, Sir Prosecutor.
The alibi.
I was stealing the urn as Master Masque just as I announced I would. I had more than enough time to prepare. It was a pathetically easy job. A photograph contains no words, but in this case, one turned out to be my witness. The time at which the camera captured Master Masque was the same time as the murder.
It seems the main point of discussion will be this photo of the crime scene.
Everything else up until now was all part of his plan. There has to be a secret to this picture as well.
Even the great Master Masque cannot be in two places at once. Now then, if you'll excuse me. I have a verdict to receive.
Unfortunately, Mr. aRdW, we still have to do your cross-examination.
A fool is too foolish to know that he is a fool.
I think he's trying to say that you're full of shit, Nick. The only thing that's full of it is his alibi. I was stealing the urn as Master Masque just as I announced I would. So this photograph is the proof, correct?
Indeed it is. And the man in the photo is certainly wearing a mask.
This is Phoenix. The man in the photo is certainly wearing a mask.
That is why I am called Master Masque.
But conveniently, that also means that there is no way to tell who this really is. If I gerade was ein. Nee. Okay. Ich sag's jetzt mal noch nicht.
What do you mean?
Are you saying that this is not in fact Look at me? That it could be an accomplice dressed up as Master Masque to create an alibi?
Oh, what an interesting idea. Are you saying that I, lone wolf Luke, had an accomplice?
Ich glaube nicht. If Look at me was at KB Security during the murder, Then the master masker in this picture has to be a fake. Then there really was an accomplice. But right now I have no idea who it was. I don't have any idea right now either. Baseless objections are just what that guy wants. There's gotta be another way, and I'm going to find it. I had more than enough time to prepare. It was a pathetically easy job. I believe Adrian Anders hired you at one point.
That's right. That was over 20 days ago, if I'm not mistaken.
You sent the calling card to Lordly Taylor 10 days before the heist. That will mean you sent out the card after you began your security watch, right?
Indeed, there was no reason why I couldn't do both jobs at once. It was the perfect opportunity to steal my latest target.
I see, you truly are evil, aren't you?
Yes, evil is what I am.
Hey Nick, isn't there something odd about this? Detective Admin was always proud of his ace detective skills, right? But if the urn was stolen from Lordly Taylor, while he was the only one watching it, he'd have no way to maintain his perfect ace detective persona. You know, that's true. It is kind of odd. Ja, aber habe ich irgendwas, was ich da präsentieren kann? Ich meine... Lass mal weiter. Photograph contains no words, but in this case one turned to be my witness. So by photograph, you mean this piece of evidence here. Is that correct?
Indeed it is. That's it. The very thing that proves I committed the crime.
The very thing that proves you committed the crime. When you think about it, it's really odd. You almost say that almost as if he had this picture taken on purpose. He was simply caught by the very camera that he had set up. We all have days like that.
Indeed, it turned out that there was no such thing as the perfect crime after all. Life is truly an ironic thing, a sad blue melody.
Looks like I'd better gather more information for now. If he's truly the killer, there's gotta be something phony in that photo. The time at which the camera captured Master Masker was the same time as the murder. Oh, es ist schon das letzte, also irgendwas müssen wir uns ja jetzt langsam einfallen lassen. About the camera that took this photograph.
Oh, come now, it's all too clear what you're thinking.
Huh?
You think I altered the timestamp on the photograph, don't you?
I'm afraid that's impossible. The camera was set up by Lordly Taylor, and on top of that, it was Lordly Taylor's staff that printed that picture's data. Unfortunately for the defense, there's no way that picture could have been altered.
I see.
Looks like I'd better find something else that could be suspicious. So, this alibi is false? It has to be, or he couldn't have killed Mr. Bullet at KB Security. But I'm not really spotting anything unusual. There are two possibilities. Either the Master Masker in the photo is a fake, or the photo itself is. Moment. Nee, kann auch nicht sein. Oder? Also wenn jemand eine Idee hat. War noch irgendwas, wo ich Press machen konnte, aber es nicht getan habe? Ich gehe nochmal eben die Sachen durch. Ach genau, hier könnte ich einen Accomplice nennen, aber ich wüsste nicht wen. Ich meine... Nee, das kann auch nicht sein. Es sei denn... Was? Nein, das kann ja auch nicht sein. Was to mark this has to be a fake. You had an accomplice. No, remember you said that, Mr. Tride, because there's no going back. If you're making baseless claims, I'll treat you to a penalty myself. Belly's probably boiling hot too. Who is it, Mr. Tried? Who was the accomplice? Niemand. Ich nehme das zurück. Toll, das muss ich irgendwann mal präsentieren. Hier, die Ehefrau. Was this person? Ah, that's quite the prank you're trying to pull. Do you have any evidence that this person is in fact the accomplice? Well, the aura that this person has around them is...
If you're going to judge someone by their aura, you'd be right up there as the number one suspect, Mr. Right.
I jumped the gun on that one. Hier hat Maya uns ja auch noch unterbrochen. It was a pathetically easy job. Irgendwas, was dagegen spricht? Ich hab keine Ahnung. Wenn irgendjemand anders eine Idee hat, I'm all ears. Ich kann ja mal das Schwert präsentieren, mit dem er gekloppt wurde. Nein, das bringt ja auch keinen. Er kann ja gar nicht da gewesen sein. Ja. Ich habe keine Ahnung. At one point, 20 days ago, send the calling guard just before the highest. You begin your security watch. Ja, hier sagt sie ja Nick. Isn't there something odd about this? It was always part of his ace detective skills. But if the urn was stolen from Lolly Taylor while he was the only one watching it, you have no way to maintain this. Ich vergesse mal, dass ich auch Profile präsentieren kann. Steht hier vielleicht irgendwas? Das ist ein bisschen weit hergeholt, aber mir gehen die Ideen aus. Okay, offenbar nicht. Ich habe gedacht, vielleicht könnte man mit seinem Profil anmerken, dass er doch... Keine Ahnung. Oh, das wollte ich gar nicht. Ja, sieht ja gut aus für uns. Was? Nein, das kann auch nicht sein. Irgendwas mit dem Foto dann doch? Offenbar nicht. Ich meine, das stimmt jetzt nicht genau. Da steht ja 58 statt 1. Aber das bringt wohl auch nichts. Tja, dann müssen wir heute wohl mit einem Game Over enden. Und ich habe eine Woche, um nachzudenken. Denn ich habe gerade keine Idee. Und sowieso nur noch eine Minute. Ja. Ich will aber wissen, was richtig ist. Es sind doch nur 4 Sachen. In the urn, just as I announced I would. Ja, das stimmt ja. Was a pathetically easy job. Das fällt mir immer noch irgendwie als komisch auf. Ich meine, vor allem, weil Maya da auch noch reingequasselt hat, aber ich wüsste nicht, was ich da zeigen könnte, was dem irgendwie widersprechen würde. Das hier fällt mir ja noch am meisten auf, aber mir fällt nichts ein, was dem irgendwie widersprechen würde. Das mit dem Foto sagt mir auch nichts und das mit der Zeit, keine Ahnung. Also ja, mache ich erstmal Schluss für heute und müssen wir nächstes Mal nochmal überlegen. Und wenn irgendjemandem in der kommenden Woche noch was einfällt, dann könnt ihr mir gerne schreiben. Weil ich bin gerade, weiß ich nicht, ob ich nächsten Sonntag da mehr weiß als jetzt. Ja, aber dann höre ich erstmal auf für heute.